Yo, what's up, Aquarius? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of September 2017, Aquarius. I'm posting daily astrology on my Facebook page, so check it out. Head there. Read the forecast for your sign. Read the forecast for any other signs you're interested in learning about. I post one forecast every day for all 12 signs, and it's a great way for you to stay in touch with what's happening with your sign on a day-to-day basis. To locate my page, all you have to do is type Gregory Furlan in your Facebook search bar. My page will come right up. Make sure to give me a like when you're there. Now I'm going to jump into your forecast for the month of September 2017. The sun is going to be in an area that has to do with your shared resource situation throughout the month of September 2017, Aquarius. You're going to be a lot busier. If you have someone who you share your resources with in your life, you're going to be a lot busier with this person. Now, this also has to do with business partnerships too, this area. So potentially, if you don't share your resources with anybody in your life, it sounds like you're going to have more involvement with the person, potentially somebody from a business partnership potentially. And for others of you, this might just have to do with your sex life. Potentially there's going to be a lot higher of a frequency of sexual encounters occurring throughout the month of September 2017 for you, Aquarius. And then on September 22nd, the sun is going to shift, and it's going to move into an area that has to do more with faraway places. It has to do with foreign cultures. It has to do with spirituality. So you're going to become more spiritually in tuned following September 22nd. But those are the main themes for you, Aquarius, for the month of September 2017. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological events that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you. Right off the bat, on September 2nd, Mars is aspecting Uranus, which is retrograding. So this sounds like you have some sort of sexual attraction for potentially somebody who, because Uranus is retrograding, maybe this has to do with somebody from your past. But I'm not saying this is for all of you, but some of you have a sexual attraction potentially for someone from your past, and this person is potentially a good candidate for a relationship. Now that's a particular circumstance. So for other of you, Aquarius, potentially this is you wanting to communicate to someone regarding a relationship. So is it within your relationship do you want to communicate? Maybe you're looking to have, maybe on September 2nd you're looking to have a good time and you're like suggesting to your significant other, hey, let's have some fun. And this could also imply, for you single Aquariuses, this is just you because Uranus is there. It has to do with the unexpected. So potentially you're communicating unexpectedly about your desire for somebody, potentially, Aquarius. And this is somebody that you could potentially be in a relationship with, as implied by this aspect that's happening on September 2nd. On September 5th, Mercury begins to move forward again. It's been retrograding since August 12th, so it's quite some time. And throughout the month of August, while it was retrograding, potentially you were reviewing R for retrograde, R for review, what you want to do, how you want to proceed in a shared resource situation if you're somebody who shares your resources with somebody else. So throughout the month of August, potentially you're thinking, you're like, do I want to stay with this situation? What do I want to do with it? Do I want to change it? Do I like where I'm at? Potentially, you might have been thinking about this a lot because Mercury is the planet of thought. So potentially you were thinking a lot about this situation throughout the month of August. And if this doesn't have to do with the shared resource situation, potentially it has to do with a business partnership of some sort. Now, Mercury retrograded so much that it moved back into your area of relationship. So potentially a relationship you were thinking about a lot. And now Mercury's moving forward again. The retrograde cycle is over. And on September 5th, you're going to have clear perspective about how you want to proceed with a one-on-one relationship in your life. So, think about it. Who's your significant other? Or, if there is somebody, potentially if you're single, you're probably thinking about, who would I want to enter into a one-on-one relationship with? Or if you're coupled up but it's not so great, you're like, what do I do about this one-on-one relationship situation? Maybe there's somebody else that I like. So think about it. It's going to apply differently for all of you Aquariuses. On September 6th, there's a full moon, and this one has to do with the way you earn your money. So there may be a change regarding the way you earn your money, Aquarius. And that's not going to happen for all of you, but some of you, yes. So for others of you, this could just be a change within the way you earn your money. So it's just changes happening around you in your current organization potentially, or changes happening in your office, or maybe the way you earn your money is just going to change. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to go to another company altogether, or you're just going to do something completely different. It could mean different things for all of you. So think about how that's applying to your life. This has to do with it also has to do with material possessions. This also has to do with your self-value. So if you feel like if you feel a little bit of a shake-up about your confidence right around the full moon on September 6th, don't let that bother you too much, because chances are it's just the full moon. The full moon heightens your emotions. I mean, the full moon's all about emotions, so when it's full, your emotions are heightened. So sometimes it tends to have, it can be sort of an intense emotional effect sometimes, but you are a pretty logical person, so you'll be fine. Once the dust settles, you'll realize everything's okay. On September 9th, Venus is aspecting retrograding Pluto. Now, this implies a secret love attraction that you have for somebody who potentially you want to be in a relationship with. I mean, if that's not it, this is potentially, if you're happy with who you're with, Aquarius, this is potentially you just having a private moment with somebody who you love. So it's either or. It's either like you're having a secret affair with somebody, and it's pretty deep and sultry because you have Pluto. I mean, Pluto goes deep, Pluto's sultry, and Venus is the planet of love. So you have, a pretty sultry romantic situation happening here, and Pluto's in your area of secrets. So some of you are going to enter into some sort of secret love affair. And on September 15th, Venus, once again, now this time it's aspecting Jupiter. So this one's pretty amazing because this is sort of like a meant to be. Like, who are you meant to be with? I mean, you really might get an idea right around September 15th who you're meant to be with, because Jupiter's in this area that has to do with a higher power. And potentially this is like, I know this sounds sort of rare, but I mean, some of you could really have someone being delivered into your life who was sent to you by a higher power. So potentially, like, this is a meant to be situation. Like, this is, this person was meant to come into your life potentially for a relationship for some of you, Aquarius. And, for some of you, you might be with that person already. Potentially a higher power brought the person you're with into your life, and that's the person that you're meant to be with. So if you're happily coupled up, potentially the person next to you is already the person that you're meant to be with. If not, if things aren't going well, potentially you might get some insight about who it really is. Also on September 15th, not all of you, but some of you might have faraway places factoring into your life somehow, or, potentially something about a foreign culture. So it's going to resonate differently for all of you on September 20th. There's a new moon. This new moon has to do with a new shared resource situation. So potentially some of you, not all of you, are going to see something new about either your existing if you're happy where you're at with your existing shared resource situation, then there's going to be new developments in the 6 months that follow September 20th regarding your shared resource situation. That's how a new moon works. It's going to hit on September 20th, and then the 6 months that follow September 20th, potentially new stuff coming down the pike for your existing shared resource situation. If that's not the case, then potentially a new shared resource situation coming in. For others of you, this might have to do with your business partnerships potentially. Some of you might see a contract or something about an investment probably in the 6 months that follow September 20th. On September 25th, Mercury is aspecting Saturn, and this implies you having a conversation with somebody who is in your friendships. Now, where Mercury is, this has to do with your sex life. Where Saturn is, this has to do with your friendships. So who are you sexually attracted to in your group of friends? I mean, this might be friendships. This might be just, somebody you know from social media potentially. So there's different ways that this could come to fruition on September 25th, but it's obvious that some of you have a sexual attraction for anybody in any of the areas that I just mentioned. So you're going to have to figure out how that applies to your life uniquely. And on September 28th, Pluto finally begins to move forward again. It's been retrograding since April 20th. So that's quite some time. And R for retrograde, R for review, and Pluto is in your area of secrets. Once again, retrograde is where the planet looks like it's going backwards. It's not really going backwards, but it looks like it is. What does that mean astrologically? Well, it's been retrograding since April 20th in your area of secrets. Some of you Aquariuses were probably trying to figure out, how am I supposed to proceed with a secret situation in my life? I have some kind of secret in my life. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to move forward. But after September 28th, when Pluto starts to move forward again, you may decide how you want to move forward with this situation. Others of you, this has to do with letting go. Pluto's in your area of letting go. What are you holding on to? What have you been holding on to for so long, Aquarius, that just you can't do it anymore? Maybe you were just holding it, and especially the retrograde would be indicative of that. Now, following September 28th, maybe you're gonna have the chance to be able to let go of whatever this is. But I think that's all I have for you this month, Aquarius. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like. I'm on Instagram, Gregory Furlan Official. Facebook, Gregory Furlan. Thank you for watching. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time.